Good morning. Welcome back. It is one of the greatest gifts you can give your children as a parent, and that is teaching them how to win with money. Rachel Cruze, financial expert and co-author of Smart Money, Smart Kids, is joining us today with more on this incredible step-by-step guide she co-wrote with her awesome, very famous dad, financial expert Dave Ramsey. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here.
It. Thanks.
I'm such a fan of everything that you and your dad teach. I think it's so important to teach our kids about money.
Well, it is, because it's a subject of life that a lot of people are stressed out about, and they have no idea what they're doing. And so if you can lay that foundation for your kids to stand on as adults, that's such a gift.
Why is it so important to start so early? I think a lot of parents don't even think they should even mention money lessons to their kids when they're toddlers, but you say they should.
Yeah, I mean, the earlier start, the better off your kids are going to be. They're going to be able to avoid so many money mistakes. They're going to learn a lot of lessons. And when they can do that under your roof, they'll make inexpensive mistakes. So when they go off on their own, they don't make big, devastating, expensive mistakes.
Because a lot of kids do that once they leave the nest.
Yes.
And it's so sad because it could have been prevented so easily by just reading this book right here. I have read quite a bit of the book, and you do talk about your childhood a lot, and you're very specific, which I appreciate. Things that your parents did that you plan on utilizing with your children. One thing that your dad was quoted saying, and I really like this, he says, parents are so focused on what their children want, they've lost perspective on what their children really need. And then he goes into the importance of hard work and earning your pay. Tell me about that a little bit.
Sure. Well, as Ramsey kids, we were never given an allowance growing up. We were always on commission.
I love that, by the way.
So you work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. But what you're doing is you're showing your kids the association between work and money. Money comes from work. Money does not come from mom and dad's back pocket.
Yeah, and especially once you're out of the house.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to work to pay the rent.
You know, I meet 24-year-olds, I meet 54-year-olds who still don't have this work money connection. So when you can instill that in your kids, again, that's just part of them going out and winning.
And they also feel it's so rewarding when they've actually worked and earned something.
You're giving them dignity to stand on their own. I mean, allowance is a little bit like saying you're deficit and we have to help you get along. But when you can tell your 5-year-old, no, you can help pick up some toys and we can reward you and pay you on that. Yes, I mean, even a 5-year-old can kind of, puff out their little chest.
I have a 5-year-old. I've seen that chest puff out. Yes, especially when they get the money after the work. That's big. So I want to have you get a little specific, because I love the book. You really do in detail, tell your readers exactly what they should and should not be doing with their kids. And you talk about jobs for younger kids, like when you first start talking and teaching them about money, and again, working for a commission, not an allowance. You list several things you can do with younger kids. Tell us about some of those.
Sure. Well, it's very age appropriate. So when they're 3 to 5, again, you're not sending them off to some boot camp to go work. I mean, this is very, very age appropriate. So things like picking up their toys, matching socks in the laundry, maybe helping set the table with supervision.
Right.
I mean, just, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 things. Again, you don't have a whole list of jobs for them to do, just a few little things, but again, age appropriate. So when a 4-year-old cleans up their room, they're not really cleaning their room, right? They're picking up maybe 4 or 5 toys.
But it's still a big deal.
It is a big deal, and you give them that high five, and they're the best room cleaner on the planet.
And do you give them the commission, the money right then? Do you wait? How does that work?
Yes, those young kids, 3 to 5, I say pay instantly. Just show them instantly money comes from work, and they can make that association.
Now, as they get a little bit older and they are a little more responsible, what are some other things that they can be doing, say 6 and up, 6 to, teenage years?
6 through 13 or so. Yeah, I mean, just increase their amount. So things like their room, they should be expected maybe to make their bed every day. Helping take out the trash, cleaning the dishes, doing yard work, cleaning the bathroom. I mean, all sorts of things they can do. But with this age group, there needs to be chores that they do just because they're part of the family.
That's what I was going to ask you. Where does that determine? Like, because some things they should be cleaning their room when they're 13 and not having to get paid for it. It should just be something they do.
Sure. So as the parent, pick out some things that, they do part of the family. So for instance, us, the kitchen, we never got paid on the kitchen. So we were expected to set the table, take our dishes to the sink, clean the dishes for mom, because we love our mom. And so you want to teach your kids to kind of be a good citizen. You're going to serve in your community. You may not get rewarded for that, but that's what you want to do. So again, but you don't want to lose those teachable moments with paying them on some chore. So there needs to be 2 kinds of chores.
Got it. A lot of the things you ask your husband to do. Clean the dishes, pick up his socks, all of those kind of things. dogs. You also talk about savings, teaching the children how to start saving at an early age. How in the world do you do that? Because kids, I mean, mine, they get $1 and they immediately want to go and spend it.
Sure. Well, when they're, again, the 6 to 13 range, that's a good age to divide up their money in 3 areas: giving, saving, and spending. And you want to teach all 3. And so their savings little envelope, if you know, you can get 3 little envelopes, needs to go towards something that they're looking forward to. So a goal that they have. So whether it's a little Barbie or a Lego set, but something that they can reach within a month possibly. So that, and when you're saving for things, you know, you're not teaching your kids just to put money away in a bank account. They're learning patience. They're learning delayed gratification. They're learning goal setting. There's so much wrapped up into this part of saving money.
That makes perfect sense. And then you did talk about giving back, the importance of teaching them that they do need to give back in many different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's one thing with your money is what we teach. The very first thing to do is give, because you want to teach your kids to live with an open hand mentality, because I think giving is the antidote to selfishness. And selfishness is where entitlement comes in. And so you're really breaking that by teaching your kids to have a heart of gratitude and giving.
Oh, I just love this book, and you were
Thank
just
you.
such a gem. We're not done with you yet. We're going to talk to you about credit cards.
Yes.
The two words a lot. They get people in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
But we also are going to tell people where they can catch you today, because you have a book signing. They can meet you, and also they have a chance to win $2,000 to go towards a child's college fund. Someone is going to win that at your book signing. For more info, you can go to smartmoneysmartkids.com, and don't go anywhere. After the break, Rachel is teaching us how to teach our children about credit cards. We'll be right back.